I did. It's
Woo!
the same time. Look at the timers, dude.
Ooh, they're going at the same
They're
time.
so synced.
Hey, welcome back
Welcome.
to How to Shave Your Sack. I'm Zach Braff, and this is Dak Shepard.
Shit.
We're gonna be discussing aliens today, extraterrestrial life, or
E.T..
are they fifth dimensional beings? Are they angels? Are they Nephilims? We don't know,
All right, well,
but we're about to get into it.
yeah, I'm going to let you take the lead because I take the lead on the next episode.
Kind of want to start off by talking about this Valiant Thor character because he's a pretty interesting and consistent face of the extraterrestrial realm, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Of like, people always cite this guy. It's pretty interesting.
All right.
So, I wish there was a way that we could, get this picture up on, there. Because you can see this fellow right here.
You probably get it close enough. It should focus being...
Let me show you his hand really quick. This is the most interesting part to me, is that this guy had some really fucking weird hands.
So, who is Valiant Thor, for those that
Supposedly,
don't know?
supposedly he is supposed to be an alien from outside of the universe, obviously. And what he would do is he would sit in on the Pentagon. He apparently lived at the Pentagon, to hear people tell it.
Now, is this like proven that they know that this guy exists?
Oh yeah, it's been
Okay.
proven that this guy
Okay.
definitely exists. It's like
They just don't know, like, for sure what capacity he exists in, or...
not really. I mean, there's a lot of mystery behind it. For example, like
Mystery.
see, allegedly Valiant Thor was an alien from Venus, and he had an IQ of 1200.
That's really high.
He spoke 100 different languages, apparently. This is just all alleged now. I don't know if I believe it wholeheartedly. But I do know that it is interesting.
Okay.
He had 6 fingers on each hand. And there were some other internal psychological, physiological differences as well. But look at this fucker's hand if you can see it, because it's pretty fucking weird.
Let's see. Yeah, that's it.
It's eh.
Alright, that's it.
Yeah.
It's ew.
They're trying to claim that after he stopped working for the U.S. government, he left in his spaceship. Now, how stupid. Yeah, see how some of these, theories are just kind of dumb? It kind of makes it... Sorry.
I mean, did people, see him leave?
I have no idea. No, there's no way, or else we would have, video evidence, I'm sure.
So it's just a claim that...
Exactly.
So, did someone find him, or did he just, show up?
He showed up and bailed out, apparently. Because, back in the day, we were doing a lot of nuclear testing. And that's another thing that's kind of interesting. We saw a lot of UFO sightings, the moment we started to test nuclearly.
In the 40s. When
nuclear.
Roswell happened.
Yeah, we were doing, all kinds of nuclear bomb tests and stuff. There's a lot of claims that these UFOs were trying to tell us, hey, you're going to fuck your planet up and die if you keep doing this.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like that joke that Joe Rogan has about aliens, and he says the reason that they haven't come to visit us yet, he's like, just imagine you are in space, and you're an advanced species, and you find a planet full of monkeys, and those monkeys are almost as advanced as you are, but instead of using that technology for good, they're taking pictures of their dicks and shooting each other with bazookas.
yeah, that's pretty much. Why wouldn't you want to talk to people like that?
and that's what he says. He's like, that is the reason aliens haven't visited us yet, because they feel that we are somewhat inferior, which I think we would be.
Oh, we're totally inferior to them.
In general, we would be.
And something I also find kind of interesting about this whole Sorry.
Nice.
UFO situation that we're talking about here. Hold on. Lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. They're like, you know how we're like third dimensional beings?
Yes.
You know, and we really can't comprehend like a fourth dimension or a fifth dimension.
Yeah.
Who's to say that these creatures aren't just fifth dimensional beings or fourth dimensional beings?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
And they're just passing through time, like, and that's why we see these things, like, you know what I mean? Because as soon as you see them, 9 times out of 10, people say, you know, they disappeared within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, except for what was it, the Phoenix lights in like 1997?
What happened there? No.
You heard about that?
No.
Oh, look it up.
I will.
Because there's a lot of video proof. I think it was 1997. It was lights over Phoenix. It was like a triangle shape, and a lot of people ended up reporting it. Yeah. When was it?
Apparently, the Phoenix lights were a series of widely sighted unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, that were observed in the skies over the United States of Arizona, Nevada, and the Mexican state of Sonora on March 13th, 1997.
Oh, so it was the anniversary yesterday.
It was.
As of filming this, it was the anniversary.
Badass. And I'm going to go ahead and try to show you guys a picture of what this is. I mean, it looks like it's picking up pretty good.
So that right there is the city. Those right there are the actual lights that people reported seeing, and they reported. Sorry,
it's all good.
They reported that they stuck around for a little while and they were moving, and the government actually responded to it and said they were test flares.
Hey, that's exactly what they did with the Roswell situation.
That's that's what they always claim, is that it's
some
test
sort of
flare.
testing,
some test flare for whatever.
So there were also some UFO sightings in Russia. Like people, and the weirdest part about this, it's kind of hard to cover stuff like this up just due to the fact that you had so many people calling this in from different sides of Russia. You know, like stuff like that. So I mean, you know, like, how would you be able to cover something like that up?
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, you think in your right mind people would get it? You know what I mean? Like, unless people are just that stupid, and I'm giving us too much credit.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes back to what I said before we started recording of the way people are acting about toilet paper right now with the coronavirus is the reason that the government would never tell us the truth about it.
Oh yeah, and I saw that on Facebook, and it made me laugh really hard.
True.
It's so true.
Because
why would they? We panic about this shit. You know what I mean? And the thing about that is, you know, whatever. If you want to panic, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is, however much you panic is not going to determine whether you get it or not.
No, that's what I've told people. I mean, it's a very shitty, cynical way to look at it, but if you get
it's the truth.
You're not going to change the outcome by worrying about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Nothing's going to change.
You're not going to not get it because you think I'm worried that I'm going to get it. That's worded weird, but you get what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying, yeah. We got off on that tangent.
Back to aliens.
Yeah, we love aliens. Not the movie, but that would be kind of fun too.
Independence Day was alright.
Here's something fun. There was apparently something in Russia called the Tunguska event of 1908. It was considered to have been the explosion of a comet, though some regard it as an explosion of a UFO. So there's that, which is kind of interesting to me, and I can see that's actually a pretty good cover-up excuse. It was actually a comet exploding.
Well, that's 1908 too. You know, they don't have spaceships at that point.
We barely even knew what comets were in 1908.
Nah, we knew what it was.
We knew what it was, but you know what I mean.
It was not very.
People would believe that.
Because they had nothing else to compare it to.
Now we do.
They were especially complacent back then because technology had not taken off the way it did.
Isn't it interesting as timelines go on how hard it is for like the government to come up with excuses for stuff?
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
It's because people are able to do research now instead of just being like, "Oh, that's obviously what happened because that's what they said."
But when you live in a country where about 95% of the population doesn't even fucking think for themselves, it's kind of hard to get ahead as a society.
That's
Just
true,
gonna
too.
throw that out there. I get a little upset sometimes, just a
It's
little.
okay.
But
It's all right.
let's see. I'm just trying to really look at all the events that I can find, really, because I feel like that'd be the best way to go. Trying to find. Let's see. I'm kind of interested. What would be the highest amount of UFOs that have ever been reported in the U.S.?
Like in what? Like in a day?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Different ones or the same ones? Because I bet the Phoenix Lights have a lot of reports. There were probably thousands of reports involving just the Phoenix Lights themselves.
Well, apparently, and I'm sure this is going to be on the list somewhere, we have a list of history's most infamous UFO sightings of the modern era.
All right.
And I find this to be fun. Let's see. Let's go ahead and Kenneth Arnold, 1947. Let's see here. Apparently, while Kenneth Arnold was flying his small aircraft near Washington Mount Rainier on June 24th, 1947, he claims to have seen 9 blue glowing objects flying pretty fast at an estimated 1,700 miles per hour. How can you even see that and comprehend it?
Did he have a radar?
Probably.
Like, did he,
That's probably.
they're obviously speeding.
Whoa. Slow down. That's got to be 1,700 miles per hour. There's no way.
Did he?
It's an
say
exact
that?
1,700.
Estimated 1,700. All right.
In a V formation. So these blue lights were like
ducks.
dots in a V. Yeah, exactly.
Like ducks.
It's like ducks.
They were
Figured out LED.
drafting off each other. Yeah.
I feel like that's the theory.
Yeah.
Ducks figured out LED before humans. And they also can fly really fast. They just don't show you. I've debunked this.
Or are they flying so fast we comprehend it as being at a slower rate?
Oh, you're so right. This is debunked. Debunked this one.
Ducks are considered birds, right?
Yeah.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. You know, what was that movie where you had the blindfolds? They were birds.
Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Sandra Bullock and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, that's what taught me that birds didn't exist.
Bird Box?
Yeah.
I never saw it. I still haven't seen it yet. It's been out for like 3 years.
The weird thing is, they did a weird promotion for that movie where, like, you know how you have 3D glasses with 3D movies?
Yeah.
Well, with Bird Box, since everybody had these things over their eyes, you know, you actually got yourself like a little blindfold, so you could just sit down and it was kind of like just hearing the movie.
That's really dumb.
I know. That really didn't happen, though.
That's
I made that up.
That's,
that really didn't happen.
I was gonna say that's like if you bought a copy of Signs and it came with your own tinfoil hat.
Exactly.
Like that's the kind of marketing that would be, which you would still be able to see the movie. Okay, I got it. Titanic, but it comes with a fishbowl that you wear on your head.
Yeah, and you just drowned in ice water.
And you just drown while watching a 4-hour movie.
Fuck it.
I
don't think
you don't even get to see Kate Winslet naked because you have a fucking fishbowl on your head.
She was naked, wasn't she?
For a little bit, yeah.
For like 5 seconds. She was
I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
What is it with that guy in the French, man?
Dude.
I'm French. Trust me, it ain't that special.
Alright, back to...
And Irish, which is a weird combination.
Back to aliens. That's why the Titanic sank.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Probably.
They put the iceberg there.
So this,
And the Titanic sank because of an iceberg, and people want to say global warming is happening.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I believe you.
Nice try.
You think I'm fucking stupid, don't you?
Nice try. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm behind you, bro. Kenneth Arnold, apparently he first believed the objects that were flying 1,700 miles per hour in a V formation, he believed the objects to be some sort of new military aircraft. This was, after all, just 2 years after World War II.
Sorry for that noise.
Nah, that's okay. In the first year of the Cold War, which means that, the Russians were trying to get ahead in the space race at the same time.
Everybody had colds.
Yep, and there was a war. Kleenex stock market.
Oh, shit. It's kind of like they predicted the toilet paper.
You're telling us the stock market's going to crash?
Did you, real quick, speaking of the stock market, did you see where they pumped in $1.5 billion into the stock market the other day because it was falling so fast?
Gee, wonder where we got that.
Guess what?
Feds.
It spiked it for about an hour, and then it got lower than it was when they put the money in.
How come the American
So they
government...
wasted $1.5 million.
Let me ask you something.
Probably more than that. Probably billion.
Let me
Don't
get your
quote
opinion.
me on that. Don't quote me on the exact number.
Let me get your opinion on something.
All right.
How come the only organization that is allowed to launder money in this country
Is the people that tell us we can't.
is the United States fucking government? How come they get to launder all this fucking money and they get to make all of this debt by printing off money that we don't have any gold or silver to back it with? And how come we have to pay that debt? But this moment that Seth Trivet decides he wants to print off a couple hundos so he can go to the mall and ball out with some Jordans? What's the fucking problem?
That's not money laundering, is it, though? That's just printing fake
Oh, yeah,
money.
that's printing fake money. That's counterfeit money.
That's counter.
Money laundering, well, there's just no bread trail.
Okay. There's usually a front with it.
Yeah.
The government's just open with it. They're like, hey, we took your tax dollars and tried to save the stock market, but we didn't save it.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Sorry. Property taxes went down 5% everywhere.
Oh! Roswell, 1947. This is probably
the
one of my
big one.
favorite ones.
That's
And
the big one. That's
it's-
what started the craze.
Exactly. It's actually noted here as the mother of all UFO sightings. But no object was actually observed flying in the Roswell incident. In the summer of 1947, rancher William Mack Brazel discovered mysterious debris in one in one of his New Mexico pastures, including metallic rods, chunks of plastic, and unusual papery scraps. After Brazel reported the wreckage, soldiers from nearby Roswell Army Air Force Base came to retrieve the material. Imagine that.
See, that's the thing that always amazed me with that, too, is he reported it, and instead of sending police, they sent
The army.
fucking military. They're like, oh shit, it got out.
The funny
We gotta
thing is,
look, Mac.
they sent the Air Force.
The fucking Air Force.
I bet they came in planes.
I bet they got there and they're like, it's not ours. So
Now it is. Now it is.
thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mac. Let's see here. And so news headlines claim that a flying saucer crashed in Roswell, but military officials said it was only a downed weather balloon. A weather balloon. What? That's just a weather balloon.
I guess people back then bought that though, right?
No, actually.
I mean, to an extent, like more so than they would now. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
could not, that could not happen now.
No.
And it's a weather balloon.
We're stupid.
Like, I mean, a lot of us are.
Well, yeah, we are. That's true.
That-
Anybody who is intelligent will tell you so.
But
What?
that's the thing. Like, if you have thoughts or ideas like that, you're just a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, yeah.
You're not.
Yep.
It's.
I love that. That's the best argument to make somebody feel comfortable about where they are and their beliefs. They're like, that guy's just a conspiracy theorist. I know everything I need to know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
do you, though? Because it doesn't sound like you're thinking for yourself when you say stuff like that.
and I mean, I get it. There's a lot of conspiracies that I'm
Don't
like,
make any
all right,
goddamn
that's
sense.
fucking way too far out, but I mean, there's a lot.
Like Eminem, the whole Eminem conspiracy that Eminem really is an Eminem and he's a clone.
So
that really is a conspiracy theory. Swear to God.
That he's a clone. There's a theory about that with Ariana Grande
and Tupac.
Yeah.
Apparently Tupac's alive in Cuba. Even though he got shot like 7 times.
Jim Morrison's alive too.
Even though he died in France and they found his body.
In a bathtub.
In rigor mortis.
In a bathtub. It's just a homeless guy that looked like...
People are so dumb.
It's like Jeffrey Epstein. It was just a homeless guy that looked
now,
like...
Now, Jeffrey Epstein, that is a real conspiracy, my friend. There is no doubt in my mind.
That's a whole other episode.
Well, I mean, dude, yeah, it is actually. We'll talk about that sometime.
On Seth's next episode...
Jeffrey Epstein.
You want to talk about the Jeffrey Epstein case?
Totally. Let's expose it.
Ooh.
Yeah. If I go missing, that's what I want from this show. I want to go missing.
Based on the stuff that we talk about?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
That's my goal.
Yeah, we're kind of switching directions a little bit. It's still going to be comedy.
It's going to be fun.
Dude,
we're funny people.
We'll still make fun of all this,
yeah.
But we are going to talk about mysterious stuff. And I don't want you guys to get the idea that it's all going to be, like, paranormal. It's not. It's going to be weird things that have been proven as well. We will cover conspiracy theories. We will still make fun of everything, though. So.
Oh, sorry, I'm a goldfish.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, back to...
I was goldfishing it up there for a second.
Back to Roswell.
Yeah. Ever since, conspiracy theorists have been hard at work trying to prove the wreckage was extraterrestrial, with one man, Ray Santilli, going so far as to release video in 1995 of an alien dissection purported to have taken place after the incident. First of all, how would you get your hands on that?
I was going to say, that was proved that it was a hoax.
I was about to say, there's no way that's...
I was going to say, I remember... you can find the clip of that on YouTube.
I remember watching it. See, I've been obsessed with this shit.
Yeah, it was proven to be a hoax. It's very well done, though. It looks real, anyway.
Oh, there it is, the Lubbock Lights of 1951. That's not the one.
That's not the Phoenix Lights.
No, but it looks like the Phoenix Lights, which is weird.
Yeah, show them that.
Hey, isn't that strange?
It's the same formation as the Phoenix Lights,
but like
the V shape.
But like 40 years prior.
Yeah.
Yep, 40 years prior.
46 years prior.
Interesting.
And the plot thickens.
It really does. And I also find it very interesting. There is a correlation between psilocybin mushrooms and UFOs. For whatever reason, apparently, if you take them, they expose themselves to you. Multiple people have had similar experiences on mushrooms.
So you take the mushrooms and you see aliens?
Apparently.
Okay.
I've taken mushrooms before, but nothing so much as to
did you see aliens?
No, I didn't see anything crazy. I just saw trees twisting and stuff. I didn't see anything because I didn't take that much.
Gotcha.
But I have a feeling
you didn't take enough.
If I were to take an eighth of shrooms, though, I probably would see a UFO.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And it's interesting because of the fact that whenever you do psychedelics, your mind is completely open to whatever.
Yeah.
So, why wouldn't, and this is just a theory, obviously, why wouldn't they expose themselves to you when you're in that state?
When you open your third eye.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, you can feel that shit too. It's kind of scary. Ooh, another episode idea. We can talk about the pineal gland. Man, this is going to be a great season.
Oh, after we're done, I'll show you the list of stuff that I'm going to talk about.
Ooh, you have a list?
Oh, yeah, it'll amaze you. I've already got 4 of it written up. 4 of the things written up.
I gotta go ahead and get a list started too, because I've already got 3 things here.
Yeah.
Well, the UFO things, we're covering that now.
So you got Jeffrey Epstein and the third eye.
That's about it so far. But I'm gonna think of more stuff.
Mine is all documented stuff. I know next week I'm going to be covering the story of the missing boys from Yuba City.
Ooh.
It was 5 men aged 24 to 32 that went to a basketball game in California in 1978 and disappeared.
Just completely.
Well, not to give too much away, they found 4 of them.
Yeah, one's still missing somewhere.
So get ready for that next week. And what I'm going to do, so I've got the story typed up. I'm just going to read it, and I just want you to like react to it and talk about it as we go through it.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan to me, man.
Yeah.
I honestly... do you believe in UFOs? Do you believe in aliens?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. It's,
What makes you feel that they're there, though? Like, what makes you feel that way? You know what I mean?
So I've never seen a UFO that I can remember.
Right.
I mean, if they are out there as much as sightings would have you believe, then I probably have and just
Don't know it.
thought it was a plane or a star or whatever. But I've never seen one that I can remember. But for us to know how large space is, that we can't fucking comprehend how huge it is, for us to think that we are the only form of intelligent types of life is ridiculous.
Especially since there are already so more on the Earth. There's so many more on the Earth, like dolphins, for example. They communicate with each other better than we communicate with each other.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Like, the Earth is 70% water, and we've only explored 5% of it.
Yeah.
Like, there is shit on our own Earth
We don't know about.
that we don't know how to explain yet, and that we haven't even fucking found yet.
And there are people out there that are like, there's no way! There's no way there could be aliens!
It amazes me.
Yeah.
It amazes me how people...
Especially we don't even know about the ocean, man. We don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it amazes me that people are like, there's no way that aliens could exist.
It's referenced in multiple religious texts, including the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I really don't... And most Bible thumpers are the ones that are like, no, only us. God only made us.
Yeah, and the argument for that I always heard was, well, from the Christian, Western Christianity perspective, is that Jesus died for the sins of humans on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But he died for everyone to forgive everyone's sins. So if he did that, he would have had to have done that for other life forms.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I get that. Who's to say he didn't?
Exactly. Because, I mean,
Like,
the Bible's horribly translated anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but the Bible is horribly translated. It was translated... Everybody swears by the King James Version of the Bible in this country.
Which is...
An issue.
A bastardized version of the original texts in Hebrew.
Well, yeah, the guy would, like... If you wrote something in the Bible that he disagreed with, he'd just kill you and have somebody rewrite it.
King James got to pick and choose exactly what you guys say not to do.
And you just lap it up like a bunch of idiots. So that's fine. But yeah, so aliens, definitely real. We're almost out of time. We almost are out of time. So, honestly...
We are on a strict 30-minute limit now.
We are. We're doing it on purpose now. I mean, but the thing about it is, guys, honestly, I can tell a UFO story really quick.
All right.
My mom actually has seen UFOs. She's been visited by UFOs. That's the only reason I believe in UFOs. She was like 4 years old. She was hanging out on a farm with her cousin at the time.
Okay.
They were playing around, and they saw some shit up in the sky, and it had a telescope pointed at them. So they bailed off, and they ran to a barn, closed the door, and locked it. My mom waited for about 5 minutes, cracked the door open to see if, it was gone or whatever, and that scope was right in her fucking face. Yeah, nobody believes her but me and my sister. Everybody else thinks she's crazy as fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, like...
All right.
Except for my dad. My dad doesn't think she's crazy, but my grandmother and grandfather said that she was just an over-imaginative child. But, I mean, that shit stuck with her, so I doubt it.
Well, we'll talk more next week. We'll see you guys later. Bye.